Morning students, welcome back to saradamathschannel, and this is the continuation video of the properties of triangles, video number 15. Okay, in this video I am explaining the most important essay questions, same model type questions of the three questions, and this question is very important. 99% of the chances are there to come this question in the public examination. Okay, let us start the class. The first question: in a triangle ABC, prove that R1 plus R2 plus R3 minus R is equal to 4R. Okay, we have to show that this value is equal to 4R. So how to solve this question? What is the procedure? Okay, see here. So first I am taking the first two terms here and I am substituting the formulas and taking the simplification, and then next taking the next two values and replacing the values and taking the simplification. After that, taking the LHS and replacing the two values to get the required answer. Okay, so here I am taking the first two terms and then the next two terms. Okay, before that, first I am writing the formulas for these four terms. Okay, already we know that. Just writing the formulas here. What is our formula? 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay, the first formula is 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. And what is R1 formula? 4R sin A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2. Okay, we have to take the first term as the sin value and the remaining two are the cos functions. And what is R2? R2 is equals to 4R cos A by 2 sin B by 2 cos C by 2. Okay, the middle value is the sin function and remaining two are the cos functions. And R3 is equals to 4R cos A by 2 cos B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay, these are the four formulas. Now I am taking the simplification of the LHS. So first I am taking the only first two terms of the LHS, that is R1 plus R2. Now replacing the values. What is R1 value? 4R sin A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2 plus R2 value. R2 is equals to 4R cos A by 2 sin B by 2 cos C by 2. Okay, now taking the common terms common from these two terms. What are common here? 4R cos C by 2 cos C by 2. So taking the common terms common, that is 4R cos C by 2, 4R cos C by 2. Taking the two terms common, what are the remaining values? What are remaining values here? Sin A by 2, cos B by 2. Okay, and here also I am taking these two terms common. What are common values? Cos A by 2, sin B by 2. Okay, and see here, this is in the form of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. This is in the form of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B formula? Sin of A plus B. Okay, this is the formula of the sin of A plus B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, sin of A plus B. And this is equals to 4R cos C by 2 into sin of A by 2 plus B by 2, doing the LCM, and that is equals to 4R cos C by 2 into, what is A plus B value? Sin of A plus B is equal to 180 minus C, and this is equals to 4R cos C by 2 into sin 180 by 2 is equals to 90 minus C by 2. Okay, separating the two here, 180 by 2 is equal to 90 and the next value C by 2, that is C by 2. And what is sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, that is sin 90 minus C by 2 is equal to cos C by 2. So 4R cos C by 2 into cos C by 2 is equal to cos square C by 2. Okay, so this is the value of the R1 plus R2. Now finding the remaining value, that is R3 minus R. Now finding the simplification of the remaining two terms. R3 minus R is equals to, now what is R3 formula? Cos A by 2 cos B by 2 sin C by 2 minus, what is R formula? 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay, now here taking the common terms common, What are common here? 4r sin c by 2, 4r sin c by 2. Now taking the common terms common, 4r sin c by 2 common here. So the remaining values are, this is cos a by 2, cos b by 2, and here the remaining values are sin b by 2, sin c by 2. Okay, see here, this is in the form of cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Okay, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. What is the formula? Cos of a plus b, that is cos a by 2 plus b by 2. Okay, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b is equal to cos of a plus b, that is 4r sin c by 2 into cos a plus b by 2, doing the LCM. But what is a plus b value? A plus b is equals to 180 minus c. Okay, cos of, replacing the value a plus b is equals to 180 minus c, that is 4r c by 2 into cos 180 by 2. 180 by 2 is equal to 90 minus c by 2, and cos 90 minus c by 2. Cos 90 minus c by 2 is equal to sin c by 2. Cos 90 minus theta sin theta. So this is equals to 4r into sin c by 2 into sin c by 2 is equal to sin square c by 2. Okay, these are the simplifications of the first two terms and the next two terms. Therefore, taking the LHS and replacing the two values. What is LHS? R1 plus R2 plus R3 minus R. Okay, LHS is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 minus R. What is R1 plus R2 value? That is equals to 4R cos square c by 2. And what is R3 minus R simplification value? 4R sin square c by 2. Now here taking the common terms common from these two, that is taking 4r common. So the remaining value is 4r cos square c by 2 plus 4. So the remaining value is cos square c by 2 plus sin square c by 2. So this is in the form of the sin square theta plus cos square theta, and that is equals to 1. 4r into 1 is equal to 4r, and that is equals to RHS. Okay, therefore the answer is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3 minus R is equal to 4R. That's how, this is the answer. Very easy question, but the important essay question, very easy. First taking the formulas and replacing the values formulas in the first two terms and taking the simplification, and replacing the formulas in the next two terms and taking the simplification, and substituting the two answers in the LHS to get the required answer. Understand all of you? Okay, so the next question, most important essay question. In a triangle ABC, prove that R plus R1 plus R2 minus R3 is equal to 4R cos C. So same processor of the last question. So first I am taking the only first two values and replacing the values, replacing the formulas. Okay, so what are the first two terms? R plus R1. Now replacing the values. What is R formula? 4R sin A by 2 sin B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay, and what is R1 formula? 4R sin A by 2 cos B by 2 cos C by 2. Now here taking the common terms common from these two terms. What are common? Sin A by 2 sin A by 2 4R 4R. Okay, now taking the common terms common. So what are the remaining values? Sin B by 2 sin C by 2 plus cos B by 2 cos C by 2. Okay, now this is equals to 4R sin A by 2 into, so see here, this is in the form of the cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. What is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B formula? Cos of A minus B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is equal to cos of A minus B. So this is, therefore the answer is 4R sin A by 2 into cos of B minus A by 2. That's all. This is the only simplification of the LHS. Okay, so here suppose when we have the plus C here, then we will replace that this is 180 minus A, but this is minus, not plus. So this is the only simplification of the first two terms of the LHS. Okay, now writing the remaining two terms, R2 minus R3 Now replacing the values. What is R2 formula? 4R cos A by 2 sin B by 2 cos C by 2. Okay. Minus what is R3 formula? 4R cos A by 2 cos B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay. Just replacing the formulas, and this is equals to, now taking the common terms common here, 4R cos A by 2 cos A by 2. Common terms are here, 4R cos A by 2, 4R cos A by 2. Now taking the common terms common, so the remaining values are sin B by 2 cos C by 2 minus cos B by 2 sin C by 2. Okay. And what is this? This is in the form of the sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. And what is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B formula? Sin of A minus B. Sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. That is equal to sin of A minus B. So this is equal to 4R cos A by 2 into, doing the LCM here, this is B minus A by 2. Therefore, replacing the two values here in the LHS, therefore R plus R1 plus R2 minus R3 is equal to, this is the LHS. Now what is the answer of the R plus R1? 4R sin A by 2 cos B minus A by 2. Okay, the simplification of the first two terms is 4R sin A by 2 cos A minus B by 2, and the answer of the remaining two terms is 4R cos A by 2 sin B minus A by 2. Writing the first value and second value. Okay. Again, what is common in these two? Only 4R. 4R, 4R. Now taking the 4R common, sin A by 2 into cos of B minus C by 2 plus cos A by 2 into sin of B minus C by 2. Just taking the common terms common. And this is equals to 4R into, so see here again this is in the form of the sin A cos B plus sin A cos A sin B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. And what is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B? Sin of A plus B. That is, what is A value? A by 2. What is B value? B minus A by 2. Okay. So this is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is A value? A by 2. B value? B minus A by 2. Sin of A plus B. And this is equals to 4R into sin of A plus B minus C. Just taking the LCM. Okay. And this is equals to 4R. What is A plus B value? A plus B is equal to 180 minus C. Okay. 180 minus C is equals to 4R sin 180 minus C minus C. Minus C minus C is equal to minus 2C. And this is equals to 4R sin 180 by 2. 180 by 2 is equal to 90. 2C by 2. 2C by 2 is equal to C. So this is 4R sin 90 minus C. Sin 90 minus C is equal to cos C. Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So sin 90 minus C is equal to cos C. That is equals to RHS. Therefore, the value of the R plus R1 plus R2 minus R3 is equal to 4R cos C. That's all. This is the answer. Understand all of you? Okay, see the next question. Show that R plus R3 plus R1 minus R2 is equal to 4R cos B. Same procedure. Most important sum. We have this model type questions, 3 questions in the textbook. So these are the 3 questions. This is very important model. Okay. Okay, let us start the solution. So R plus R3. What is R value? 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. All of you try to solve this question without seeing. If you have any doubt, then see the answer. Okay. 4R sin A by 2, sin B by 2, sin C by 2. And this is 4R cos A by 2, cos B by 2, sin C by 2. All of you first start the sum without seeing. Is equals to 4R. What are the common terms? Sin C by 2. 4R sin C by 2. Now writing the remaining values. What are the remaining? Sin A by 2, sin B by 2 plus cos A by 2, cos B by 2. Okay. So see here these 4 values are in the form of the cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. What is the formula? Cos of A minus B. Okay. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos of A minus B. What are A comma B? A is equal to A by 2 and B is equal to B by 2. So this answer is equals to 4r sin a by 2 into cos a minus b by 2. So this is the answer of the first two terms. Now taking the next two terms r1 minus r2 and replacing the formulas. What is r1 formula? 4r sin a by 2 cos b by 2 cos c by 2 minus what is r2 formula? 4r cos a by 2 sin b by 2 cos c by 2. Okay, and this is equals to, now taking the common terms common, 4r, what are the common terms here? 4r cos c by 2, 4r cos c by 2. Now taking that term common here, 4r cos c by 2 into sin a by 2 cos b by 2 minus cos a by 2 sin b by 2. Okay, just taking the common terms common here. Now this is equals to 4r cos c by 2 into, what is the formula for this one? Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Sin a cos b minus cos a sin b is equal to sin of a minus b. That is a by 2 minus b by 2. A is equal to a by 2, b is equal to b by 2. So this is equals to 4r cos c by 2 into sin of, doing the LCM. So this becomes a minus b by 2. Therefore, writing the LHS and replacing the values, LHS is equal to R plus R3 plus R1 minus R2. Okay. So what is the first value? First value is equal to R plus R3 is equal to 4R sin C by 2 into cos of A minus B by 2. And what is the simplification of the next two values? 4R cos C by 2 into sin of A minus B by 2. Now taking the common terms common here, 4R into 4R, 4R. 4R is the common term. Sin C by 2 into cos of A minus B by 2 plus cos C by 2 into sin of A minus B by 2. Okay. Now see here, again this is in the form of the sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B formula? Sin of A plus B. That is sin of C by 2 plus A minus B by 2. That is 4R sin, doing the LCM. Okay. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin of A plus B. Now doing the LCM. C plus A minus B by 2. Okay. And this is equals to 4R sin. What is C plus A? What is A plus C formula? 180 minus B. 180 minus B by 2. That is 4R sin 180 minus B is equal to minus 2B. And this is equals to 4R sin 180 by 2. 180 by 2 is equal to 90. 2B by 2. 2B by 2 is equal to B. So sin 90 minus B. So sin 90 minus B is equal to cos B. Sin 90 minus theta, cos theta. Sin 90 minus B, cos B. And that is equals to RHS. Therefore, the value of the R plus R3 plus R1 minus R2 is equal to 4R cos B. That's all. This is the answer. Understand all of you? So these three questions are the very important questions. All of you practice well these two questions. Okay. I will continue the remaining sums in the next video.